Good morning, church. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Meredith, and I'm a part of the leadership team here in Freedom Church Raleigh. I'm so excited to be diving into Psalms 103 and 104 with you this morning. So both of these psalms spoke of God's sovereignty. They spoke of his majesty and the vastness of God. And I don't know about you, but in recent months, weeks, days, with all the tragedies that have been happening in our world, whether it be COVID or the recent racial injustices that have been brought to light, there have been days and times where I've taken my gaze off of God. I've allowed myself to become overwhelmed. I've had moments of feeling hopeless. I've allowed the voice of doubt to come in and tell me that my voice doesn't make a difference, that I don't know enough to say anything and to speak up. And I think, in my own strength, I can't fix these things. I can't make them go away. There's only so much I can say or do when it's just me alone. And I realize that in those moments, I've taken God off of his throne, and I've attempted to place myself there. And that brings me to Psalm 104. Verses 7 to 9 are the ones that stood out to me. And they say, "But at your rebuke, the waters fled. At the sound of your thunder, they took to flight. They flowed over the mountains. They went down into the valleys to the place you assigned for them. You set a boundary they cannot cross. Never again will they cover the earth." And David is referencing the story of Noah, where God sent a flood and wiped out the entire population of the earth besides Noah and his family. And then he retracted the floods, and he promised Noah, he said, "I will never flood the earth in this way again." And this reminded me of the true power of God. With one word, God sent the floods, and with one word, he retracted them. It's the same in our situation. It works the same. With one word, walls can come down. With one word, chains can be broken. And with one touch of his hand, church, a nation and a world can be healed. Now, it also takes me to these other verses in the Psalms where there's one where David says, "I cast my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth." That is who is fighting for us, church. That is who is with us. That is who is fighting with us in the battle against COVID. He's fighting with us in the battle against racial injustice. It's the creator of heaven and earth, and it doesn't get more epic than that. There's another verse where David says, "My eyes are ever fixed on the Lord." Ever fixed. For only he can deliver my feet from this snare. And so today, as we finish up these Psalms, church, I encourage you to take a moment and to search your heart and to say, have there been times through these tragedies in the months, weeks, days where I have taken God off of his throne? And guys, let's put God back where he belongs in his rightful place as sovereign over everything in this world, as sovereign over us, as sovereign over the things that are happening around us, as sovereign over the powers of darkness. And let's keep our gaze fixed on him. Thank you so much for allowing me to go through these Psalms with you today. Join us again tomorrow for Psalms 105 and 106.